Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a foundation review. We are going to be reviewing the DERMACOL makeup cover, and I got mine off of Amazon. I've used this a couple times, but I wanted to review it for you guys because I'm still not sure how I feel about it, so hopefully today I can get a really good idea on that. I decided to prime only one side of my face, and I'm using a mattifying primer. I did use the Estee Lauder mattifying pore filling moisturizer, which can be used as a primer, and I use that on my entire face, so that's all I have on this side. So I just wanted to see if the mattifying primer would help at all with this product. So I do have the claims pulled up on my computer, which is over there, so I'm going to be looking over there. It says the clinically tested extreme covering makeup cover was created as the first of its kind in Europe and one of the first in the world. Oh my gosh, that's dramatic. The license for this foundation was eventually sold to Hollywood. It contains 50% pigments, which makes it a weapon against skin imperfections. DERMACOL makeup cover provides perfect coverage, that's in caps, even in thin layers, and is the perfect corrector for dark under eye, unpleasant spots, and skin blemishes. It completely covers acne, loss of pigmentation, post-surgical bruising, tattoos, etc. It may be used on the entire face or body for color correction, darkening, or lightening the skin tones, and ensuring ideal balance. It is widely used as a professional makeup for photo or film shoots, modeling, or for festive occasions. You get 1 fluid ounce or 30 grams of product in this container. There's a couple bullets that just state legendary high covering makeup. It is waterproof, hypoallergenic, and preservative free. It is for all skin types, and it does have SPF 30, which is nice. I do want to mention I have combination skin. I get very oily in my T-zone. Lately I've been getting oily on almost my entire face, it seems like. And clearly, as you can see, I have lots of acne and scarring on my face. So I have a lot to cover. So we're gonna see today if this really covers as well as it says it does. So I am going to use a sponge on one side and a brush on the other. And like I said, I've only primed on the right side of my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the brush on the right side of my face. And I have heard that you do not need a lot of product with this. I watched the Taylor's review on this, and I will link that down below. I love her. Her channel is so good. You have to check her out. So I am just going to literally take this tiny, tiny amount. Hopefully you can see how much that is. And I don't even know if I'll need this much, but we will see. It is definitely quite thick. Oh, and I have the shade 209. And I will go over the shade range and the pricing once everything is all blended out and my makeup is done. So I'm gonna start blending on this side. That definitely covered everything, and it was not a lot of product. This is much less product than I would use with any other foundation, except for maybe my Marc Jacobs Remarkable, but it almost seems like this even has a little more coverage with less product, I think. This shade is too dark and pink for me. So now we'll start blending on this side of our face, and we're using the sponge. This is the unprimed side. And I don't know why I always manage to use a sponge on the side that I have way more to cover. Sponges typically do shear out a foundation's coverage no matter what it is. That's just, you know, what I have experienced with foundations that I've tried. So I don't think I have quite full coverage on this side that I use the sponge on. There is a little bit of redness that is showing through on this side. So I'm gonna go in with literally like the tiniest amount. It's literally this much. And I'm just gonna focus that on the areas where I see a little bit of that redness, just so we can see how it builds with the sponge and just how it builds in general. So after blending that out, I'm definitely satisfied with the coverage I got. It is full coverage for sure. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but this shade is way too dark for me. I did blend it down to about right here. There are lighter shades in this, and I will go over the shade range once I get the rest of my makeup on. But right now, this is just how my skin is looking. It is settling into the lines on my forehead slightly, which typically does happen to me with, you know, most foundations, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one to like blend it out and stop that from happening. Like it's just pretty much already just settled in there and it ain't coming out. I look a little greasy, but I'm gonna be setting it with a powder, so it's gonna be fine. But that is one of the things that I didn't like about this foundation when I used it in the past. The wear time, as far as like how long it wears before I start getting oily, is not that great. and I just wanted to go ahead and tell you that now. But that's why I used a mattifying primer on the one side, just so I can see if there is a difference. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and then we will come back and go over the prices and the shade range, because I have a little bit to tell you about that. Okay guys, so my makeup is on, and I am obsessed with how my makeup turned out today. It's like the first day in forever that I've actually been able to take my time with my makeup. I feel like everything blended out really well over top. I had no trouble there. I don't see any difference in the prime side versus the non-primed side. My forehead wrinkles aren't too emphasized. I can kind of see a little bit of settling into those wrinkles, those deep set lines, if you can see, but that's pretty typical. After applying all my powder and everything, I am matte, and I like that I am matte just because I know that this foundation typically does not control my oils at all. But yeah, I think that everything looks really good. I really like it. I want to go over the prices, and because this is on Amazon, their pricing is pretty much based on demand. And ever since the Taylor did her video on shade 208, that shade in particular went up to $25.25. That is what it is currently listed at right now. The outfit that I ordered mine from only offers 6 shades, which is 208, 209, 211, 212, 221, 223, and that's it. So I think there are more shades than that, but I will link a couple different places on Amazon that you can find this foundation. 207 is the lowest shade number that they offer, which you'd think would be the lightest shade, but it actually isn't. Apparently the shade 208 is actually the lightest shade. If you check out Taylor's video, which is linked down below, she kind of goes over that a little bit, and she, I think, even does some swatch comparisons of that shade and maybe even shade 207 against some of her other like palest foundations that she has. So check that video out. I probably could manage to get shade 208 or 207. I'm really interested to see how this foundation performs with the other products that I used on my face, because in the past this foundation didn't wear very well. I looked pretty greasy after about 6 hours of wear, and that wasn't even like with much activity. But don't base your opinion on this foundation on that statement that I just made, because right now I really like the way my skin looks, and it doesn't feel heavy. Like, I don't feel like I have a lot of makeup on. I did apply this at about 1:30, so I think I can get at least 8 hours of wear. No, I know I can get 8 hours of wear in. Quickly before I go, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a close-up so you can see how my skin looks. And hopefully that focused, because if it didn't, then I'm just gonna look really stupid. But I think it looks great. My pores are not super emphasized, and the moisturizer that I use is supposed to be like pore filling, but I honestly don't think that it is. But I will have a review coming on that soon. And all the products that I use on my face will be linked and listed down below. And the primer that I use is not supposed to be pore filling either, but it does seem like the primer side, my pores are a little less emphasized. So maybe this is going to be better with a primer, but it's kind of hard to tell right now, so we'll figure that out later. But I'm just going to go on throughout my day, and I will see you guys in a little bit. That was really stupid. What was that? Okay guys, I'm doing my check-in the Taylor style. She does her check-ins like where she's holding her phone instead of like in her filming area, which I like, so I'm going to do that. I really like how the foundation is looking right now. I am almost 5 hours in. It's 6 o'clock. I applied it at 1:30. So yeah, almost 5 hours in, and I am still matte. Like, you can see, I am matte. There is some creasing right here, which is super typical of every foundation. It's actually not settling into my forehead wrinkles at all right now, and oh my, I just can't believe how mad I am. My lips are disgusting. I have like 3 liquid lipsticks on. I don't have my microphone in. Hopefully you can hear this okay. But yeah, I really like how it's looking right now. I'm pretty shocked because about 5 hours in, the last couple times I wore this foundation, I was looking a hot greasy mess. So I think that, oh, and I used a primer, a matte primer on the one side and not on the other. Right now I don't think I see a difference in the primed side compared to the unprimed. Like I said, the moisturizer I used alone on this side is mattifying. I'm super impressed. I think right now if you have oily skin, maybe you just have to use a mattifying primer under this. Right now, I totally would recommend it. Even though the price on shade 208 is $25, I do think that this is worth it because you really don't have to use that much product. And so, I mean, it's going to last you a really long time. And, you know, if you get the other shades, they are like half the price. Well, not half the price. Yeah, they're like half the price right now. So, I mean, for 12 bucks for the shade I use, which, like I said, is too dark, I would totally recommend it. But let's just see how it lasts for the rest of the day, because maybe my thoughts will change. I don't know. But I'll see you in a couple hours. Okay, guys, this might be my last check-in, but I'm trying to find some, like, true lighting here. And oh my gosh, it's all bad. Maybe I need to turn my ring light on. I don't know where to go because all my lighting is just not working out. Okay. All right, I think this is good. So I'm super impressed at how everything is holding up. I seriously have, I'm sure you love just like bam, going right up in the nose. I don't have any creasing around my nose. It's not settling in my forehead. I am still freaking matte. Holy crap. Like, let me just go look in the mirror in my hallway here. Just stomping around. Yeah, I am still matte, and I still don't think I see a difference in either side of my face because I did, you know, prime just the one side, but oh, here's good lighting. Well, I mean, not good lighting, but you can see me. But anyways, so it's 8 o'clock and it's been, oh, I don't know, almost 7 hours. I am keeping my makeup on, but I'm going somewhere right now and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do another check-in. I think using this foundation with the other products that I used, like the moisturizer and the primer, since they're both mattifying, I think it helped with the foundation not going greasy on me like it did in the past. And the powder that I use, it's a new setting powder. It's the Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. That maybe helps too because, I don't know, I have to use the products on their own, but I think just the combination of all those things has helped keep me matte, and it's not like ugly, dull matte. I don't know. I really love it. I recommend this foundation. I am super impressed. I honestly did not think I was going to like it, and I didn't think I would ever use this foundation again just because of how greasy it made me in the past, but if you are oily, you will have to use this with a mattifying primer. If you have dry skin, you are gonna love this. I think it's gonna sit on your skin really nicely. It didn't emphasize any of my dry patches, and I'm running out of storage here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Lots more foundation reviews to come. I am on the hunt for full coverage foundations all the time. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, I hope. Bye.